Hello class. Let us begin another poem, that is Courage by Anne Sexton. This time it's a poem by an American poet. Her name is, as you could see on the screen, her name is Anne Sexton, and she was born in 1928 and died in 1974. Actually, she committed suicide. And the genre or the movement for which she wrote is known as confessional poetry. Confessional poetry was the movement in American poetry during the decades of 1950s and 60s. And the important poets of this movement were Robert Lowell, Sylvia Plath, John Berryman, Allen Ginsberg, Anne Sexton, and W.D. Snodgrass. Anne Sexton wrote 10 collections of poetry. She also wrote a play, some essays, and some short stories. As this poem belongs to the modern age. Actually, confessional poetry was sometimes also referred to as the poetry of postmodernism. 1950 onwards is known as postmodernism in the study of literature and as well as philosophy. So this poem is an example of postmodern poetry. The poem can be divided into 4 stanzas, and one of the important aspect or feature of postmodernism was that there were no regular stanza pattern, as well as no rhyming pattern, etc. So this is an example of postmodernism as well as confessionalism in English poetry, particularly in this case it is the American poetry. In this lecture, I will read the poem line by line, explaining the meanings of important words in that. Actually, the words which are new to you. I read. It is in the small things we see it. Of course, let me first explain the title of the poem and the theme of the poem. As you see, the title is Courage. Courage is the power, the strength to face any situation in life. Right. It is opposite of, say, fear. When there is courage, there is no fear. When there is courage, there is strength and there is no weakness. And a courageous person can face any situation, difficult, easy, problems, joys, miseries, tragic situations, as well as happiness in life. So this is an important quality for human life, and let us try to understand what the poet thinks about this quality or this strength of mind in the human beings called courage. There are 4 stanzas. Each stanza refers to one phase in the human life, one period in human life. The first stanza refers to courage when a person is a child. So this phase of childhood and how one has this courage in them, in the childhood. So that is what the first stanza of the poem is about. The second stanza is about courage in youth, when a person is young. What aspect of courage she or he has in this phase of life. The third stanza refers to courage in middle age, when a person is of advanced age. And of course, the last stanza, the fourth stanza of the poem, talks about courage in old age, towards the end of life, how a person faces situations with the help of courage in these four phases, that is childhood, youth, advanced age or middle age, and the old age, that is by the end of this life. So let me read the poem first. It is in the small things we see it. It is for courage. So the line is, it is in the last it is for courage. It is in the small things we see courage. So courage is not something to be seen in warlike situations always. It can be seen in small things of life. For example, the child's first step. So when the child takes the first step, when the child learns to walk, the child's first step as awesome as an earthquake. You know earthquake, and awesome is impressive, excellent, as well as frightening at the same time. Some things are very exciting, as well as impressive, as well as frightening at the same time. So awesome is that. So when a child takes its first step, it is like, it is as awesome, as impressive, as grand, as well as frightening as an earthquake. The first, and to face that, the child needs courage. The child has courage. The first time you rode a bike, then the child grows into, say, a teenager, right? And when the child or a person learns to ride a bike, okay, you also can remember when you first started learning how to cycle, okay, how to ride a bike. The first time you rode a bike, wallowing up the sidewalk, and at that time, in your initial stages of learning to ride a bike, wallow is to take pleasure in something, right? It also means to move in water, etc. But here it means to feel happiness in doing something. So whenever that teenager or a person rides a bike for the first time, and he or she just takes the sidewalk, can ride only on the pavement by the side of the main road, wallowing up the sidewalk, the first spanking when your heart went. The spanking is the heartbeat that goes fast, right? The first spanking when your heart went on a journey all alone. When, imagine or remember, in case you had a journey or all alone, independently for the first time in your life, and remember the beating of the heart at that time out of excitement. So then you had courage, went on a journey all alone. When they called you crybaby, crybaby, one who cries a lot, or one who cries at anything, afraid of, maybe out of fear of something or the other. So when people, remember when they called you crybaby, when you were in school and people called you radka hai, radki hai, when they called you crybaby or poor or fatty or crazy, or somebody might had called you fatty, you are fat, depending upon your size, or crazy, foolish, or poor. So somebody teased you and made you into an alien, foreigner, parka. So in those times you drank their acid. To drink one's acid means to tolerate abuses. Okay, शिवीगाळ सहन करणे, to tolerate insults and conceal it. Conceal is to hide. So in all those moments when people called you fat, when people called you fool, when people called you poor, when people abused you, people insulted you, you heard their abuses, you tolerated that, and still you concealed that, you didn't tell it about to anybody. So at that moment it was there with you. What? This quality known as courage. It means you faced those situations bravely because of this. What is? Because of courage. So this is the first stanza. Then let us move on to the second stanza. Later, if you faced the death of bombs and bullets in one's young age, suppose somebody was involved in war and you faced the death of bombs and bullets, you did not do it with a banner, you did it with only a hat to cover your heart. So sometimes you were in a warlike situation, you didn't have any banner, and you only had one hat to cover your heart. So what was there with you? Courage was there with you. You did not fondle the weakness inside you. Fondle, kurwane, weakness, dosh. So at that time you didn't take care of the weakness. You didn't think of the weakness inside you, though it was there. Your courage was a small coal, kolsa. Your courage was a small coal that you kept swallowing, swallow, गिळणे. But you faced, he wants to say, the she wants to say, the speaker wants to say, courage was there with you, like your courage was a small coal. Here the figure of speech used is metaphor. Your courage was a small coal. Now why there is a reference to coal? Why the courage is compared to coal? कोळशाशी तुलना का केलेली आहे करेजची? Because sometimes when a patient needs lot of medicines, lot of medicinal pills, जेव्हा खूप औषधी गोळ्या द्यायच्या असतात तेव्हा ते ॲब्सॉर्ब करण्यासाठी बऱ्याच वेळेला कोल दिलं जातो त्यांना. ओके, दिस रॉक. Your courage was a small coal that you kept swallowing. So your courage worked functioned as coal in order to tolerate the bitter medicines in your life. Here, the bitter moments in life. Here, the dangerous situations in life. Your courage was a small coal that you kept swallowing. If your buddy, friend, soldier friend, if your buddy saved you. So imagine the situation when one soldier saves another soldier, a friend. If your buddy saved you and died himself in so doing, and that soldier died while saving your life, then his courage was not courage, it was love. Love as simple as shaving soap. So the speaker says, when your soldier friend saved you in a battleground, on a battleground, in a warlike situation, so it means it was not courage actually, it was the soldiers, your friends' love for you, which love as simple as shaving soap, as simple as shaving soap. So here suddenly the poet, the speaker, turns the reader's attention from courage to love. Latter, the third stanza. Latter, if you have endured, endure to tolerate, सहन करने, to bear. If you have endured a great despair, disappointment, frustration, misery, sorrow, if you have endured a great despair, then you did it alone. Getting a transfusion from the fire. Transfusion is actually transfer of liquid, transfer of blood to a patient. So if you face disappointment in life, frustration, sorrow in life, getting a transfusion from the fire, picking the scabs of your heart. So it is like transfusion from the fire. It is like a transformation from the fire. So here fire is for the difficult situations. Picking the scabs of your heart. Scabs. जखमेवर खपली धरते ना, the skin becomes dry, the blood there in that injury becomes dry and it becomes hard, the skin becomes hard on the injured surface. So this is known as the scabs. So it was like picking the scabs of your heart. It was very painful. म्हणजे ती खपली काढली तर किती त्रास होईल. So it was like that. So to face disappointment, sorrows, miseries, despair in life with courage is like picking the scabs of your heart, then wringing it out like a sock. Wringing, squeezing, पिळून त्यातलं पाणी बाहेर काढणे. Okay, the wringing it out like a sock. Next, my kinsman, friend, relative, you powdered your sorrow. So look at the imagery. The imagery of injuries, the scabs, and then you powdered your sorrow. जखमेवर मलम किंवा पावडर लावलेलं. You powdered your sorrow. You gave it a back rub, चोळणे, and then you covered it with a blanket, and after it had slept a while, then you covered it with a blanket, and then you slept a while. It woke to the wings of the roses and was transformed. So it was the courage. It woke to the wings of the roses, the happy thing. Wings of the roses indicate the happy, beautiful things, and was transformed. So the courage was transformed. So this is courage in the advanced age, in the middle age. Later, after that, now we come to the last stanza of the poem, and in which the speaker, the poet is talking about courage in the old age. When you face, or when courage was there with you, how it, with the help of courage, how with the help of this quality, this strength of mind, you faced, that is, the speaker is talking to the reader, you faced old age and its consequences, म्हातारपण आणि त्याचे परिणाम. When you face old age, its natural conclusion, old age आणि त्याचा नॅचरल कन्क्लुजन, त्याचा परिणाम काय आहे, डेथ. सो नॅचरल कन्क्लुजन इज फॉर डेथ. When you face old age and its natural conclusion, your courage will still be shown in the little ways. So at the last moment of your life, courage was there with you, and it could be seen in small ways, in little ways. What are those moments? Each spring will be a sword you will sharpen. Those you love, each spring, इथे spring wire तो वेटोळा घातलेला असतो, will be a sword you will sharpen. So each small moment is a matter of great courage. Okay, sword stands for bigger things. Those you love will live in a fever of love, and you will bargain with the calendar. It is the old person struggle with life. And at the last moment, when death comes, when death opens the back door, personification. Okay, death is opening the door for the person. When death opens the back door, you will put on your carpet slippers, and you will put on your slippers, carpet slippers, the slippers particularly made of clothes that one uses at home. You will put on your carpet slippers and stride out. That is to walk in a brave manner. So it is in these small moments, even at the last moment also, a person faces death. Person accepts death in a heroic manner, in a balanced way. Why? Because she has courage to face this. So this is a simple poem, easy to understand. It talks about courage and how a person faces different life situations from childhood to the last moment in life, that is death, with the help of this quality, with the help of this strength of mind called courage. Thank you.